Welcome back to Coastal News of the Month. We will be looking at the news that has happened over the month of March 2022. On the first of the month, we saw Untitled Chapter at Seaworld, San Diego, testing for the first time in years. Also, Dr. Diabolical at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, was topped off. On the second, major news came from the Six Flags chains and Seaworld chain. First, for Six Flags. The Six Flags Great Adventure is seeing a bunch of changes for 2022, as Bizarro was first converted back to Medusa. Next, El Toro, Medusa, Jersey Devil, and Nitro all received single rider lines. There is a bunch more I can get into, but I'm going to just skip that for right now. Now heading to the Seaworld chain, we saw Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, filing for an extension on their 355-foot waiver. Plus, clearing started at the front of Seaworld Orlando, which is assumed to be Project Penguin. On the 3rd, Busch Gardens Tampa had to remove 2 steel beams on Iron Gwazi, as a rider unfortunately broke their hand while riding. On the 6th, something happened that we never expected to see. Mission Ferrari started testing with passengers after years of empty test runs. Also, Six Flags over Texas returned the red train to New Texas Giant. On the 7th, we saw another thing that we didn't expect to see for a while. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom finally, after 2 years of twiddling their thumbs, started construction on Sidewinder Safari. Also, Ace announced a Ace Europe regional division. On the 9th, cranes were seen on the site of Goliath at Magic Mountain, suggesting it will be repainted, or converted into a real B&M Hyper, but who can say? On the 17th, a fire broke out at Lost Island Theme Park, caused by a blanket and a temporary heat source. The extent of the damage is a log flume queue and a control panel. Also, Tidal Twister at SeaWorld San Diego finally reopened to the public. On the 12th, Tumbleweed finally opened for its grand opening of 2 trains before it had to close due to poor weather. Heading to the Six Flags chains, Tatsu at Magic Mountain finally reopened with its new colors, and Great America's website leaked a 2022 announcement. March 13th, Thorpe Park plans for Project Exodus Hypercoaster go live. The layout hasn't changed since December and has not been approved by the city, but it is 100% a mock ride creation. Slag Heron made March 17th a very interesting day for coaster enthusiasts, as it sent POV polls of their new family invert for the next coming up season, or coming up soon, I don't know exactly. The options were a Vekoma family suspended coaster, which included a launch out of the station and a lift hill. A Premier rides inverted boomerang coaster, and a Gerstlauer inverted dive coaster, which contained a vertical lift hill. On the 20th, we saw a batch of blue B&M track pedaling out of Cormont Steel, which speculated to be Project Penguin at SeaWorld Orlando. On the 22nd, we saw Magic Mountain install time weight displays all around the park. We also saw the first Defiance track pieces arrive at Glenwood Caverns. On the 24th, we had a major ride accident in Orlando. 14-year-old Tyree Sampson was killed in the hospital after being ejected out of Orlando Freefall at Icon Park. I request that you do not attempt to view the video as I have, and it's very graphic. Let's have a moment of silence for Tyree. In response, Dollywood will shut down Funtime's drop line until further notice. On the 25th, SeaWorld Orlando's plans for an intimate log flume for 2023 were uncovered. 2023 plans for Carowinds were also leaked, and the Crossroads area is to be overhauled with 4 moderate to thrill rides to be added, and 3 of them are going to be from Zamperla. This all is coming to the expense of Yo-Yo and Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare. Also, Mock Rides has trademarked a new logo, and personally, I am not a fan of it. On the 28th, Gold Striker at California's Great America reopened after a hefty GCI retracting over the offseason. Also, it was reported that as of March 23rd, El Toro was approved by the state to open with the park. On the 29th, we got some major news for North America, as we should be seeing our first modern Vekoma at Codaland. Bobby Epstein said that we will be seeing a Vekoma tilt coaster coming to the park in 2023. He stated that Circuit Breaker does have a sister coaster overseas, so we could be seeing a Gravity Max type, but Vekoma does no longer works with that track type, or a modern one coming to Energylandia, which is the most likely one. On the same day, the city of San Diego tells Seaworld San Diego to pay up after park defaults on $10 million of unpaid rent. It is the only city lease that owes money. On the 30th, it was announced that Kings Island extended the Beast by 2 feet during its reconstruction this offseason to beat its own record of the longest wooden coaster. In other news, Air Force One's lift hill and station were topped off. I will not be making any news things for the 31st because this all may be a prank of the news I'm getting. It may just be April Fools from insiders, so who really knows. So that will be the end of this episode. I would like to thank everybody for watching this, and hopefully you guys have a safe visit to your parks once they reopen. Rest in peace, Tyree.